Who's that?
Robin Hood, Men in Tights.
Oh,
I haven't
Robin
seen
Hood.
this one.
Is that Carrie Ellis?
Robin Hood, Men in Tights. Is that?
There's a
that is
million Robin Hood movies. Like you talked about, like Peter Pan movies. Robin Hood got so many movies.
Yeah, I do know that this one's a cult classic, and a lot of people love Robin Hood.
Yeah.
I've never seen it.
Never seen it. Have you seen it?
Actually, yeah, you can put, because I thought that was Princess Diaries at first, but
that is Carrie Ellis. Aw. Oh my God, Dave Chappelle was in this.
What?
Patrick Stewart.
What?
Patrick Stewart was in this?
Okay, we got Romeo and Juliet,
Leonardo DiCaprio, Romeo and Juliet?
Yeah. I love this one because I love Baz Luhrmann, and I love the cinematography behind the movie in general.
It looks really good.
I've never been a huge fan of Romeo and Juliet, but like,
it's one of those stories.
Yeah,
it's
like the story itself, but
and
this movie did make it.
A way, like, to properly modernize the story versus like the Shakespearean version, they did an incredible job doing that and making it digestible for film. If there was ever a Shakespeare movie that I want to watch, it'd be this one.
Yeah.
So for me, I'd be fine if it's at A or B.
All right. So A.
Yeah. I'm
put it
like A.
That might be an A for me.
Yeah.
All right, DiCaprio. We got The Sandlot.
What we got next?
That's one of my favorites.
The Sandlot.
I love The Sandlot.
The Sandlot.
You've never seen
That's
The Sandlot?
the baseball one?
Yeah, ball like the girl.
Okay. Yeah. That's that again, the epitome of like what cult classic even means.
That's alone, man. He made me proud to be a glasses wearer back in the day.
Yeah, I mean, I have nothing negative to say. So I understand,
I don't have
wherever y'all want to
like,
put it, I'm cool with.
Like, I like it. I really like it. But like, I wouldn't say it's one of my favorites. But I also don't have anything against it. Like,
they're pretty much the same boat for me too, Dean.
Like, I feel
nothing negative to say
for me,
but
B. I feel like James Earl Jones deserves a little better than that, but I can put it in B. It's fine.
Well, again, you still have your token of I want this to be where I want this to be, and we can't fight that at all.
Oh yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
Okay. I'm cool with that.
Edward
all right.
Scissorhands.
Yeah, that's up there for me. That's one of them too for me.
Yep. I love this movie.
That was the role that did put JD on the map for me.
On the map. I saw and Tim Burton too.
Yeah.
I didn't even know what a Tim Burton movie was, and I saw Edward Scissorhands. I'm like,
oh yeah,
I gotta look at the catalog. I mean, for me, S tier, but I understand if y'all want to put it at A. But for me, it's S tier.
I actually saw this movie like really late. Like, I was in high school when I saw Edward Scissorhands. And incredible. Great work all around from everyone.
Good job, Donnie.
And we're still on the spooky train because we got Scream.
Yep. Scream.
Quintessential horror movie right there.
Yeah. Honestly,
easily
quintessential horror movie. Such
a
a
must-have.
Just such a
your Halloween.
Like a literal blueprint of how you make a proper horror movie.
Yes.
And it also was able to be meta at the same time.
Yeah.
Which is
100%.
like it's a parody, but like
I don't think
you don't even know it's a parody unless you
don't know how to be meta. And be a good horror movie at the same time. So
and the fact that the remake is still good.
Yeah.
That's amazing to me that the remake was still good, because that's hard to do.
The remake was
especially
good.
in
The
horror.
show was decent. Like
the show was decent.
Like
I think I don't think they have a bad movie.
Yeah.
Like at best,
I thought the show was decent. I'm not even gonna lie. because they changed a lot of it. So I'm like, I thought I was the only person that thought the show was decent, so I never talked about that one. But yeah, no, the show was decent.
They killed it.
Yeah.
7.
Yeah.
Ah, yes, another movie I've never seen.
Yeah, I've never seen 7 either.
I hear it's amazing.
Yeah. I hear like it's one of those movies that people say you have to watch.
Yeah, it is real. It is really good. I like that all of the kills were, designated off of like the 7 deadly sins, and
Ooh.
I mean,
okay, that made me want to watch it.
Star-studded cast, Brad Pitt and Morgan Freeman, obviously.
Take some notes.
I mean, at the same time, to separate the actor from the person, I mean, the Kevin guy.
Spacey was in it. Oh yes. No, I didn't know that. Gross.
Yeah, so I understand. With that in mind, judge it based off of it,
we haven't seen it.
Based off of its movie premise alone, though. At the same time, I feel like it's a solid action thriller, especially for the 90s. So I would say B. I think B is fair. Okay. Like I was about to say C, but then I'm like, no, it deserves a little more respect.
I hear about it, right? Yeah, no, I hear about it a little too much for it to be in the C class. Yeah. Like I actually respect people's opinion on that one because too many people have told me how amazing it was, including my mom, who I 9 out of 10 times my mom is never wrong about something.
Yeah, I give you that.
I just keep scrolling past Pocahontas and F, and people are gonna be upset about that one.
Yeah,
let them be upset. I'm upset about the story.
Yeah, I was about to say you can be upset. Like,
you can be upset all you want, but be upset what they did to Native Americans in the first place and why we hate it.
I was about to say,
right?
If you're upset about that, you're the problem.
Right.
There you go.
We got the Silence of the Lambs.
Silence of the Lambs is S tier for me.
Yeah,
me
too. That's another like.
That was like a psychological horror that just.
Yeah.
Ooh, that was a good slow burn.
And just
not the Candyman's
hard.
Yeah, there's some glaring omissions from this list. We got Sister Act.
Now we getting down, D. Now we getting down. Sister Act. Biasly speaking, I love me some Sister Act.
Me too.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
It until I was like a senior in high school. It's fantastic.
Wow.
Yeah. Like, I mean, man, it's hard for me to say this, and I know some people are not gonna like this comment, but I like Sister Act more than The Color Purple. I understand that The Color Purple
different. Like they're in different spaces.
Like they're different, right? And I totally get that. And I know that The Color Purple is like, dramatic, and it's very, like it's seething based off of the story and premise. But Sister Act, well, first I was forced to watch it as a kid. I was forced to watch a lot of movies as a kid. But my mom basically made me be like, I need you to understand how important
I mean, like I said,
how important music and just like, well, not gospel music too, but just like
I said, if it was black and music, we were watching it in my household.
Yeah, it was like I was trying not to say it, but yeah,
I done already said it earlier.
If it had a black lead in it, we were watching it.
Yep.
And
also Whoopi Goldberg, just in general.
Yeah,
Whoopi Goldberg is a staple. She is a
actor.
Absolutely.
She's a goddess in my page. Absolutely. Honestly, Whoopi Goldberg is a goddess.
Yeah.
She's the only reason why to this day I still watch The View sometimes, because I just love to see Whoopi's face.
Yeah.
She makes me happy.
Like she's great in everything.
I would like to lump Sister Act and Sister Act 2
I was thinking
together. Sister Act 2 is low key better than the first one. However,
I was about to say that too. Thank you for mentioning.
I'm glad we're all on the same page. Yeah,
with the
Lauryn Hill and the
yeah.
Can't compare.
Yeah.
The singer in me had to get my water during that conversation alone.
We've been talking a lot, so you're fine.
Yeah.
Oh no, it was just seeing Sister Act and being mad at myself for treating my vocal cords this way. That was literally all it was seeing Sister Act, and I was like, girl, how dare you not have water in like
All right, we got Space Jam next.
Okay,
I'm gonna start this one off.
You go ahead, D.
I do really love Space Jam. I do. However,
I feel like I know where you're going. Go ahead.
It's not as good as Weed. It's not that great of a movie. I'll still watch it. I'll still love it. I still cherish it. But I can recognize the flaws in the things that I love. I love my siblings. I can recognize their flaws. I love this movie. I can recognize its flaws.
And you know what? And first off, y'all, let me just also mention, don't watch the sequel.
Oh,
I know everybody loves James, all that.
I'm sorry, King James, but
nah, that new one is straight up ass soup. But anyways, I'm actually in this favorite and to the point where and trust me, I think I still have my Space Jam basketball. Cause
I got one too.
Yeah.
I may or may not still have the soundtrack on CD somewhere. I'm not even gonna front.
Now the soundtrack. See, I just had this discussion on Reddit. I can't listen to it
anymore because the last track was by a Chicago staple who I shall not name ever. But I
just had this discussion that one of the best soundtracks ever, Monica for You Are Will, Seal, one of the best soundtracks of all time.
Yeah,
amazing soundtrack. Again, I'm in a similar boat with D where it was amazing, especially as a kid.
Yeah.
Seeing Looney Tunes mixed in with NBA
I was the biggest Looney Tunes.
Imagining that I could do that in real life and just bake cookies with Daffy Duck.
Yes.
And I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I gotta be straight up 100 with y'all. Lola Bunny was.
Why they make her so fine?
I know.
I don't understand that. To this day, I don't understand why they made her so fine as a cartoon rabbit.
Right.
It literally made me question if I was a furry. I'm like, hold on. Nah,
can I get me a Lola Bunny?
I need to go.
I remember when the new one was being made, and they were like, how dare they make her not fine anymore? And I'm like, okay, first of all, y'all are problematic for thinking that, but also they're not wrong, but they are. I was torn on that subject myself.
Yeah. You look back and try to digest Michael Jordan's acting, and you're like, wow.
He really tried to have an empire back then. And
he did.
It's one of those I can't even be mad, but I am.
Yeah.
Moments.
Exactly.
I don't want to see you golf. I don't want to see you play baseball. I don't want to see you act. I don't want to eat any of your steak.
I want to see you play baseball.
Your hotel is kind of cool, but
he had way too much money that he knew what to do with.
The movie itself,
I'll put it in A. I still have fond memories over it.
I still want an A, and I'm gonna put it in a high A.
Yeah,
high up A.
Yeah, high up A for me. I'm totally fine with that.
I just can't give it that S.
Looney Tunes alone make me put that in A. But
the biggest Looney Tunes.
Looney Tunes alone.
Stuart Little.
I love Stuart Little. I also have this one on both tape and DVD. I do not know why I loved it so much. It's something about Jonathan Lipnicki. Like, I just had a little Jonathan Lipnicki obsession as a child.
Of Mike again.
It wasn't until I was a full-grown adult that I was like, yo, this is kind of upsetting that y'all didn't pay attention to your own son, but y'all went and adopted a mouse.
Yep, this mouse. You look back at that movie like, wow.
Your own son.
Whoa, word.
I do still like Stuart Little. It's a fun. It's a fun.
It's so heartwarming.
Yeah. So like,
same.
I say B at the most for me. If it's lower, I can live with that. But
I mean, little high, little ho.
Yeah, little high, little ho for me too.
All right.
I'm fine. Yeah. I mean, same.
Yeah.
Truth be told,
still a fun movie.
I'm cool
I dig it. Oh, we got Star Wars.
Star Wars. Wait.
Which Star Wars? Is this the original?
No. Because that was 80s.
Yeah, I was gonna say because the original I thought was in like the 70s.
Yeah, this 80s. Is Star Wars Phantom Menace.
Yeah, I think this might have been the one with a Jar Jar. Let me.
Yeah, I have with no Jar Jar stakes in Star Wars, so like this is up to y'all. But if you mention Jar Jar
in the comments, I know some people they defend Star Wars to death. I ain't like it.
Okay, so we're down here.
Like not even a little bit. Like the only redeeming factor, the only aspects of it was Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon Jinn's relationship.
Yeah.
But outside of that, most of, if not the entire movie, is people.
Although this was a cute kid Anakin, admittedly.
Yeah, like there is a little, there's Anakin in there, and
he was a fantastic racer back then.
Yeah,
made me want to race.
Like that
keeps it out of F.
But most of the movie is them sitting in meetings and talking, and sitting in more meetings. I
probably did see this one then.
You know, like it may have just been like a little. There's a little bit of Jedi in there, a little bit of racing in there. But
although I think that was also the one with Samuel L. Jackson.
Samuel Jackson. Yeah.
I think that was the one with Mace Windu in it.
Mace Windu. But
even Sam, you couldn't save it.
I would have put it up in C at least, but I understand the D only because Jar Jar ruined so much of that movie for me. He wasn't even like a majority of the movie like he was the next one.
Yeah.
But him just being debuted in that one alone knocked it down a few points for me.
Nasty. I think so I mean,
every other character was great.
Yeah. I'm fine with D.
All right, The Craft. Now I have not seen The Craft.
Fantastic.
I don't know if I've ever seen this one.
I didn't watch it until I was, I want to say, even out of college. I might have been like a 2016, 2017 watch for me.
Okay.
But the second that I watched it, oh dear God, it was so good.
Wow. Okay. Like I'm familiar
I do
with
love
it.
The Craft.
I just never seen it. So all right, this was all you.
And that's another one that they made a terrible remake that was all girl power, spirituality, crystals, yada, yada, yada.
Yeah.
I will say this remake wasn't as bad as the Hocus Pocus remake, but it was still bad.
Okay.
But the original Craft, it actually, that deserves a cult classic. I'd be okay with it as a C, but I think that one deserves like a BA.
I'm fine.
I mean, I don't know enough about it to fight for it or against it. So
yeah,
that's fine with me.
All right, we got more Jim Carrey.
This one,
that's an A for me.
Like now for me, this is S tier. Especially looking back at how they took Norse mythology, incorporated it in such a fun way, and also you got to give major props to what Jim Carrey had to do to bring such an energetic character to life.
Yeah,
to the point
like
where
he had to become a cartoon.
Yeah.
Like,
based off of an extremely graphic novel. Like some of y'all don't know, The Mask, he is not like this PG,
I did not know that.
oh yeah.
He's a
comic book
Mask
character.
is graphic, but so it's basically like it's so good, and this movie is S tier for me.
S tier for me as well.
Like if anything, it makes me want to see what like an actual unhinged, lore accurate version of The Mask, what that would look like. Probably disturbing, but also really, really cool.
Is it worse than like a Deadpool in terms of like
it's very on the
content?
same, like he is basically Deadpool. Like it's pretty similar.
Okay.
But imagining having Deadpool have the power to like
powers of
rip
cartoons.
the fabric of reality, Looney Tune style. It's like watching. It would be like watching live action Itchy and Scratchy or something, Which again,
graphic novel. I didn't realize that was a thing. I want to read it so bad now.
The Mask
it's sick. It's sick.
We get a movie.
Here's another one.
So earlier when we were talking about Face Off, and I was saying that there's an action movie that just made action movies.
Yeah. Again.
So I'm just gonna drop it in S tier. That's
100%. No question on that one.
No question about it. Keanu Reeves is an amazing human being alone.
Like you want to talk about influence? The Matrix influenced an entire generation of just
an entire generation.
The way I've just wanted a black trench coat my entire life because of that movie.
I swear to you.
That and Blade alone. Like that and Blade, I just needed a black trench coat.
And I mean, like I remember watching it recently,
like
with how Morpheus was one cold brother.
Oh.
The glasses that ain't even got no like it don't even got stuff on the side. It's just like, man, my glasses defy physics.
There was an episode of the original Proud Family circuit that had a Matrix episode, and the kid's name that was Morpheus was Mega, and it was like to this day that movie has just made an impact,
so
right?
And like the directors just incredible. They directed another they directed a modern film noir movie during this time as well. That was really good.
Was that Sin City?
No, but
okay.
What is it?
I'm trying to think of like a film noir around that time.
Because I know they've transitioned. Bound.
Right?
It's called Bound.
Great. Okay.
Great movie. Little disturbing. BOUND. Bound. They made that during this time. I just wanted to shout them out because I like that movie.
Like the Yay song.
Yeah. What's it called, D?
Bound. My Heart Will Go On. It's Titanic.
Oh, Titanic. Oh man.
Now I recognize the cultural impact.
The second you said I recognize, I know where you're going.
I feel like we might be on the same.
Yeah, I recognize the cultural impact of Titanic. This
pun intended.
This is not a movie that I'm itching to watch. Like,
I don't come back to this movie for anything.
Like, this is a movie I feel like you have to see once, and then like you can move on with your life.
And on top of that,
movie also.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, you go ahead, because mine is evil.
I mean, no, honestly, kind of same, because like, every time I've seen this movie, it's been something that's been forcibly.
It's been against my will.
Against my will, and every time, it just like I'm constantly reminded that it's this 80-year-old lady talking the entire time about every little detail, including that, the glass moment. And I think about that and I'm like, man, I would hate to be in that room listening to all of this for how long is this movie? 3 hours?
Yeah, too long.
Like, and I,
like, I'd be like, VHS tapes.
I'm gonna go get a drink, you know. Let me know when she's at the part where she's about
the amount of tea breaks I would have had to take.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, oh, I could not have watched this in theaters. My God.
Yeah.
Guiltily have evil thoughts on this movie.
Okay.
Because as a child, I know that I saw it and I was like not paying attention, half sleep, yada 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 for most of it until the scene happens.
Right.
And then my mom was like, you shouldn't be laughing at this because, you know, this actually happened. And I'm sitting there like, Mom, did you see that dude just jump into the steam vent? That one scene alone, the sound of him hitting that steam vent. I was like 7 years old, busting up laughing. And I thought I was the only person that remembered this scene. And then I had a friend some years ago who said the same thing. Like, oh my God, that was my scene too. But the sound of him hitting the steam vent as a child reverberates in my memory, as well as and this actually happened in real life, but the musicians going down and still playing with the ship. That was a beautiful scene for me. But also I couldn't stop laughing.
Yeah.
I gotta rewatch.
I don't blame you.
Part. Which sounds
honestly,
terrible.
Yeah. Like, yeah, honestly, I kind of agree.
So like,
they tried to make an actual like Titanic around COVID, and then COVID hit.
Yeah.
They were gonna do another Titanic, and everybody was like, no. Like, no, that's in poor taste. Like they built an actual cruise ship, named it like the Titanic 2 or something like that.
Wow.
And we're supposed to debut it somewhere around 2023, I want to say. But then COVID hit, and I don't think they ever went forward with that.
So it was their fault.
Especially after it kind of started on cruise ships at some point, and they were stuck at sea for like
wow. That's bad.
It was like 8 months and they were just on these boats still.
Oh my
They couldn't go anywhere. I'm sorry, I'm evil.
Hey, that's fair.
Just I get this vein in the middle of my head. That's my punishment for being evil.
So am I dropping this?
It's your demon horn. Yeah, sorry. Sorry,
all right, sorry, Titanic. I get what you did for everything. I'm not.
Yeah, you know, you can put it all in the comments. Go ahead. We understand.
I understand the historical significance of the movie and how amazing that moment in history was. The movie itself.
Right.
Yeah.
I ain't watch it again.
I'd be down for an actual documentary of Titanic.
Yeah, like I'd be down to watch that.
Not a love story.
Well, I'm more entertained by the
people like French girls.
Yeah. I'm more entertained by the memes that have been made like post the movie. Like I think there was one where Jack like just draws like cat and like it's a cat instead of her, and like he's just like drawing cats and like taking pictures with cats. It's so good. It's so good. But anyways, okay. What we got next?
Toy Story.
Toy Story.
Toy Story, S tier.
Yeah.
Tier.
Ain't no fight. Ain't no push.
Can't miss in the 90s.
Really couldn't.
Can't miss.
Like,
and
putting out hits.
You want to talk about how impactful a movie was when it come to toys, to the point where I'm still to this day, I look over being like,
y'all moving over there? Y'all been talking?
Memorabilia?
And my toys to come alive so bad as a kid. There were so many movies about toys coming alive.
That was a big genre.
I'm so mad that it never happened to me.
I know, right?
Yeah. I'd be sitting there like being like talking to my toys, not even in like on no, oh well, you know, we're like, I'm like playing with them. I'm literally like, guys, you can get up. It's okay.
Right. It's
like
Like I know you're real.
I want this to be a platonic relationship.
Right.
You know, I want to play with you guys the way you guys want to be played, not how I perceive you to. And no response yet, happened. But you know, S tier.
Okay, I know I should have seen this movie, but I have not. Truman Show.
No, that's the Truman Show. I don't know why his face looks like Mr. Bean for me in this.
It does. It does at a distance. Sure.
I know I should have seen
The Truman Show is one of the best movies I've.
And I hear that I love the so
Truman
much.
Mm-hmm. Like, I really do enjoy the Truman Show for sure. Obviously not my favorite amongst all of Jim Carrey's other movies. I mean, we just already went past my personal favorite, but I like it because it really is. It almost is a lot like kind of how The Matrix is when it comes to theme. Yeah. And to the point where I think even to this day, like it has its own kind of impact of just questioning reality. You know, what's real, what's not.
I mean, it was Black Mirror,
and the all-seeing eye that is. Well, everything in today's, era. So for that, I have to give it personally for me, I have to give it like A tier at least.
I guess I'm splitting.
I think it was extremely impactful in that aspect. But
even without seeing it,
what are y'all thoughts?
Yeah.
It's an S for me.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like us, even without seeing it, I'm gonna split the difference and throw it up an S. Which is crazy. I've never done that, but like, it's Black Mirror, but like 90s.
It's something about Jim Carrey in serious roles. He embodies every character that he's ever done. Jim Carrey is one of my favorite actors on this, favorite people on this planet.
Facts. Straight facts.
Him and Robin Williams can basically do no wrong when it comes to the roles that they take and the people who they were on and off the screen.
Yeah.
Like
also, this list has committed a sin by not putting Cable Guy in there. The Cable Guy is not in this list.
But like, we just had a discussion earlier what it takes to be a comedic versus and a dramatic actor, and like it all comes down to the same thing. That like
this movie and Eternal Sunshine made me sob.
Ooh, Eternal Sunshine.
These two movies alone made me sob, man. I couldn't handle going out of my house for weeks after seeing these movies.
Yeah. Like if you can embody in character, a comedic character like Jim Carrey does, like drama will come like that because it's the same thing. Like just so deep into character. The man is good. The boy is good.
Yeah. The man is good.
That's why I'm mad that Will Ferrell hasn't gotten a serious role.
Yeah, he had.
I'm sorry, Stranger Than Fiction. That's actually one of my favorite Will Ferrell movies. Is Stranger Than Fiction. It's probably in my top 3, and no one likes that movie. I don't understand why.
Serious role.
I love that movie so much. I just want him to be a little bit more serious in a role. Like I'm waiting for him to have his Bryan Cranston moment.
Yeah.
/ and Adam Sandberg too, because the gyms.
Yeah.
Like, he can deliver. True. Twister.
I've heard of this movie. I've never seen it.
So okay, for me, this is y'all follow us on Twitch. But for one of our people on Twitch, this is one of his favorite movies, and I don't love
my mom loves it.
Yeah.
Like
I know it has a lot of love. I know
when I told her I had never seen it, like she made me watch the entire Jaws series in like a day.
Wow.
And she's like, now we gotta watch Twister tomorrow. I can't believe you never seen these. Like she speaks very highly of these, and again, I trust her opinion on dang near everything.
Okay. Yeah. So, I don't remember it enough to even form an opinion. I just know it made me feel like I wasn't a fan. But I'm going to go into Unseen, like just because I don't remember it enough.
I'm fair. I feel that.
Yeah.
Wayne's World.
Okay, last on the list we got is Wayne's World.
There was so many of these movies. Now that I'm looking at it, like so many just two dudes being lads.
Yeah.
It's another one of those movies, kind of like Dumb and Dumber, where it's just like the two leads are playing dumb essentially, and the whole town around them is just like, yo, these two screw ups, and then they have to do something against all odds.
Right. Yeah. Like it's definitely like a dude bro-ish type movie.
Yeah.
But it also has the charm of like
it does.
The Big Lebowski. Like, I mean, because truth be told, like Wayne's World helped that song Bohemian Rhapsody blow up even more than it already was. Like it has there's so many like iconic lines and scenes in the movie, and I mean, I think it came from an SNL sketch. Like it started off as an SNL sketch, and then
I see it.
People enjoyed it so much that it started becoming a
makes sense.
They did like they were like doing like
a crowdfunding back then.
Yeah. So I think. And I mean, again, like I love it, but I understand that like it doesn't get as much love now as it did like back then, obviously. So I'm okay with putting it at B, but personally, it's A tier for me.
I'll stick
I don't
it
think
B.
It should be lower than B though.
Oh no.
Okay.
All right, and this is our...
Yeah, okay. So this looks like this is our list in total. Let me see. Is there anything that
Any last
looks
minute
weird?
changes,
Honestly, I'm not seeing much, to be honest.
Yeah.
We got it.
Like, this looks pretty solid.
Star Wars was higher, but I don't really mind.
Which one?
Star Wars.
I kind of wish Star Wars was higher, only because I'm a Star Wars person. However, when it came to that specific one and the one right after it, some things ruined it for me. So I can understand it being there. I ain't gonna fight for that one.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Now, we're gonna look at the community rankings and see how they.
Yeah, let's see what the community has ranked these movies based on. Okay.
Only 5 S tier.
Only 5 S.
But like not a bad list of movies.
Those aren't bad ones though.
But
yeah, not bad ones. I understand. I can understand.
Yeah.
Those.
And I knew Pocahontas would be much higher than we had it, but no.
How dare they?
Yeah, that's
no.
How dare they?
I'm curious about a Goofy movie is a C tier
Iron
movie.
Giant.
Come on.
Yo.
Yeah. Nah, throw the trash away.
That's why I don't trust the community.
It's trash now.
And the Flintstones is right next to it. Excuse
the Flintstones?
It is D
in the same category as the Iron Giant.
How was it D tier? How was Princess Mononoke? Okay, yeah, no, this
that ain't even even objectively is just not.
I'm not gonna say that this is a very biased anti-DEI list.
Let's go back to the correct list.
Crazy.
But
utterly insane.
Like, where even is Mulan on this? Oh, I see it. It's an S tier.
Oh no, I went back to ours. Yeah, I went back to the correct list.
Yeah, the correct one, because y'all crazy.
Y'all got me messed up.
Yeah.
This has been
on that unfortunately unsettling end. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, you know what I'm saying, to Millennium Month of May, for tuning into this tier list, and even
thank you,
more
Dirty
so,
Nerdy Birdie, for
you
coming through.
Yeah.
My name was there like 2 seconds ago.
And, ranking these movies with us, you're a great help.
Thank you guys for having me.
For sure.
Absolutely. Everybody, again, make sure to follow Dirty Nerdy Birdie on all of her platforms. Actually, matter of fact, feel free to plug anything that you'd like to, social media, or what you're working on right now.
I'm Dirty Nerdy Birdie pretty much across the board. Twitch, Instagram, eventual YouTube. I kind of have been slowing my roll on the YouTube a little bit.
That is fair.
That's fair.
And for some odd reason, my TikTok has 2 Y's at the end. Somebody stole my original name. I have reported it. I'm not even joking. Every single day. I'm not even joking when I say I report it every day. Like, that's one of the things that I wake up and I set a reminder, because can't get no more ignorant than somebody who has ADHD and will just do things.
Hey, y'all.
So
give her that damn name.
Give me my name back.
Like, why? Such a specific
I will
name.
find you and I will Liam Neeson you. Even though I'm not usually Neeson fan, it's fine.
I love that.
But yes, Dirty Nerdy Birdie. I am most active on my Instagram, but find me on Twitch and I'm there every once in a while as well.
Excellent.
And I will definitely be posting on my Instagram when I am streaming as well.
Excellent. Love it. And thank you all for watching this. Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications, because we always got more coming. We always cooking up something,
So
be
come to the
aware.
cookout, y'all. Because we cooking it up. You know what I'm saying? We make sure to tune in for more, because more is on its way. All right. Thank you guys again, and we'll see you all in the next video. All right.
Out.